Hey China Spring FFA, it's Ashley. Congratulations on a great year and I hope your banquet is going well. If I had some advice for the seniors who are going on to their next adventure in life, I would say that we need to focus on being intentional over being perfect people. If we make sure that we show up and we're purposeful and have a positive attitude, we can be the kind of people who bring joy and bring a positive light into others' lives, and we don't necessarily have to be worrying about being perfect all the time. So remember, intention over perfection.
My one piece of advice for next year's chapter is to just not be afraid of going up and talking to random people that you see at a contest, especially if they're your enemy for that contest. Some of the greatest friends that I've ever made in the FFA were because I just randomly walked up to someone and started talking to them while we were waiting for the contest to begin, or even after the contest was over. The FFA opens the door for so many people to become friends. I have friends from all across the state of Texas, and because of national convention and state convention and all these contests that I've gone to, it's really great, and so I would just recommend it to everyone.
Hi, I'm Amy Nutt, and I suggest that you get out there, you try new things, don't be afraid to try a different team or run for office, you won't regret it.
The only piece of advice that I have is when you go to contests, take a fishing pole, but make sure you come back with a fish.
My advice for this chapter, if you're on nursery landscape, study your trees, and if you're not on nursery, study.
So over the last couple of years, well, like 4, I've seen a lot of people make some bad decisions from our chapter, and so my advice is to always make good decisions, and if you don't know if it is a good or bad decision, you should probably get a second opinion.
I just let y'all know not to stress too much. You only have 4 years of this, and then you have so much life after that. You have college, and you have your life after college. So it's just high school. Don't stress so much. It's only 4 years.
You got it. Good luck.
My advice to you is to get involved. Getting involved doesn't mean you have to be an officer. You can help before the meetings, after the meetings, setting up or cleaning up, joining a CDE, doing an LDE. Just make sure that you get involved and do whatever you can.
So a funny story is that my first competition at Tarleton, I'd gone to the restroom, I was going to do my business, I walked out of the bathroom and toilet paper was stuck to my feet. Mr. Day had to tell me to take it off. So, before you exit the restroom, look at your feet so your ag teacher does not have to tell you to take the toilet paper off.
My advice for people that are going to stay in FFA next year is to stay involved. The best way to get the most out of FFA is to be involved in it.
My advice for next year's chapter is don't wait. Get as many people involved as you can, because this year has been amazing for me since I joined FFA my senior year, and it was totally worth the experience, and it's honestly changed what I wanted to do with my career and my life and how I want to live. So just try to get people involved and be interested.
My advice for next year's chapter is to be outgoing and not to be shy about anything.
So if you do wildlife, my advice is if you see grass, they all look the same. So put Johnson grass. Even if it's a tree, it's Johnson grass.
My advice to everyone is don't put anything away. Be active, be involved, because then you later won't do it.
My one piece of advice to give all of you is don't just do one aspect of FFA. Branch out. If you show goats, show sheep the next year. If you do quiz team, go on, do a CDE and join livestock. Do something different every year. Don't stick with the one thing, and you'll have so much more fun.
So some advice that I would have, especially for the incoming freshmen, is don't be afraid to do what you want. You always, there's opportunity in the FFA to do whatever you want. There's competitions out there if you have a competitive side, and if you set your mind to it and work hard for it, you can be successful and do it.
Don't be afraid of failing, because it is going to be what helps you get the courage to try hard. Just know that whenever you're not too good at something, you will be able to succeed more and more. So don't be afraid to try new things to help you get over your last failures, and don't be afraid to take experience from your failures and use it to make yourself a stronger person.
My advice is to be sure and get your work done early. Don't procrastinate like I did, because it's no fun. some advice that I have for the chapter is don't be afraid to do what makes you happy and what you enjoy.